Oh, thank you. I'd like to do this little tune here that I wrote one morning. You know, I've learned a lot about a lot of things in the last few years that I've lived here in Tennessee. And maybe I've been a little bit too carefree. Driving around smoking joints and stuff. Because they'll haul your ass right away for that shit down here. But I've learned a lot about fishing too. I grew up, my dad first gave me a little frog and he said, just throw it around them lily pads. And it was kind of like playing with a toy, you know? It's like I got a little froggy and I throw it out there with my little Zebco 33. Yeah, you know, and just wiggle it around a little bit. It's like I'm trying to play a little frog, bounce around the lily pads. Then all of a sudden, chomp! And I would just set the hook too fast and I'd pull it right out of that damn fish's mouth. He said, just give it a second to take it, man. Just give it a little hesitation. So I started learning how to hook them, and then I got hooked. And I've loved bass fishing ever since. It's something that I did with my dad when I was young, and it's kind of like bluegrass in a way, you know. It's something that I did with him, and every time I go fishing, it just reminds me of being a little boy out there on my dad's boat, spending that quality time, you know. But up where I come from, there's a lot of grass and there's a lot of lily pads and a lot of stuff like that. And we fish shallow all year long. And then down here, when I moved down here, I realized, damn, it gets so hot in the summer. The water gets up and those fish all go deep, and, you know. So I had to learn a few different techniques. I had to learn how to fish them, you know, in the rocks and get reaction strikes. And on Percy Priest too, there's not a lot of natural vegetation. Like them lily pads and stuff that I was used to. So over the last few years, I've been learning how to catch them deep on ledges and throwing big shaky heads and football head jigs down there, catching them in 20 foot of water. Just kind of casting out there in deeper water, just hoping there's something down there, and what do you know? Kind of feels good when you find one. But I headed out one morning, me and my friend Vince Herman. You guys know Vince? Yeah, I was excited to get to the fishing hole, and we decided we're gonna drive over to Dale Hollow Lake and try to get into some of them big old smallmouth bass, but we had a little snag on the way there.
Let's go.
I'll tell you about it. Well, I woke up this morning about 4:15. I grabbed my cat and bag and slid out the door. I hooked up the tractor to the U-Haul hitch. I went and picked up Vince and we went out there to peep the sitch. Figured we'd try to get into some smallies out there in the clear water. Praying there wasn't nothing to get snagged up on. So we're cruising somewhere near Livingston. I had some herb in my bowl and I lit it again, and I was jabbered at the jaw and crimson in the eye. On the way to Dale Hollow, I was floating like a butterfly. Then I got stung by a bee. I had to squeeze the mustard. Uncle Vinny said, wow. Then I saw the lights flash and my heart sank down, and a man rolled up with a real nice lean. I rolled down my window and he smelled my weed. He said, I'm Officer Looper, the Tennessee State Trooper, and I'll take your license and your registration and all your grass. Shit. I guess it was only a matter of time. Cruising around, blazing like I was. Golly. He said, where you heading? I said, to catch some bass. He said, step on out under my magnifying glass. He made me watch his fingers and touch my nose. Then he made me count to 30, but then he let me go. Made my day. catch and release. That there's my story, and I want you to know, if you're gonna go fishing, you better take her slow. You better look both ways and keep her in line. Let this be a lesson to you and all your partners in crime. Always watch your 6 and 9. Don't roll through the stop signs. You don't always need to make the verses rhyme. Don't be mixing liquor with your wine. You feel so inclined, go ahead and keep me in mind. And oh, by the way, only break one law at a time.